guy like Ferge, who began the season as a starter, sort of lost playing time into DeCarlos Nicholson. What have you seen out of him the last few weeks going through the bye as he fights to get back on the field more?
Yeah, with Ferge, I love Ferge because he never complains about anything, right? And he's gonna battle. I don't have to say anything to him, right? He's battled I want to say his way back, but he's always in the mix. I know I can plug and play him whenever I need to, and I know I'm going to get great reps in practice out of him, and he's going to be ready whenever I need him. So I never worry about Ferge at all.
I know you've seen a lot of Arkansas on tape now. What are your thoughts about them?
Oh, I mean, big, physical. They do a really good job. Older quarterback who's played a lot of college football in the SEC, man. So, he's going to be prepared. They're going to want to run the ball. They run the ball like 38 times a game. All right, there's going to be a focal point of theirs, but he's deadly with his arms. So he can do it both ways. Dual threat quarterback. We got our hands full, but we're looking forward to it. We've had a week off. Our guys are hungry, so we're going to go out and fight.
Steve asked you about coverage. Is it just a matter of getting repetition against a lot of different looks?
Yeah, I mean, that's a lot of it. And then, getting guys comfortable in what we're doing, especially the younger guys, and building, I don't want to say the confidence because we have a confident group, all right, but the know-how and the finish to do the things that it's going to take. You get out there in an SEC game, you can't simulate that. Right, and you can't simulate the speed, the crowd, the noise, the attention to detail, and some of those things we're kind of learning on the job. So, I know the second half of the season, at every spot on defense will be better.
Two more. All right, thanks everybody.
Good afternoon.
Where's John?
You had a week to get a couple of guys healthier, and how do you feel about your group going into the second half of the season now?
Well, we're excited and to start the second half of the season, and kids have worked hard and to get themselves in the best physical condition, and we're just looking forward to the challenge.
Coach, you're a veteran of this league. You've been to Arkansas a lot. What makes that place a difficult place to play?
Well, I guess the people in the state of Arkansas have a lot of pride. There's no professional sports in the state of Arkansas, so that's their professional sports franchise, and and it excites them in every sport. So. We know that they love the Razorbacks, and it's going to be a great challenge for us.
In addition to that, too, I mean, obviously there is a decided advantage for the home team in this league, but playing those 11 a.m. games, I mean, what are your thoughts about the road 11 a.m. start? Well,
we're prepared for it because all off-season, all training camp, we get up early. We start our day very early, sometimes, 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock in the morning. You prepare for practice or you prepare for a workout. So mentally, physically, and spiritually, we'll be up and excited to get ready to go play.
Last time out, Coach, Seth Davis had his high number of carries so far and his best game as a Bulldog. What did you kind of see from him in the bye week and practice this week after kind of gaining that confidence?
Well, Seth has been working extremely hard all year. He had a great training camp. He graduated from high school early, got here in January, and I see nothing but a bright future and great things down the road for him.
How difficult can it be at times to tell Woody, you've got to sit down, you've got to take a a series off, and the guy wants to play?
Well, you admire that characteristic in him because, you would rather have that than the other. Mm-hmm. Hey, man, we need you to go in the game. Can you go in the game? Mm-hmm. But that's what separates great players is the heart, the desire, the toughness, the grit. And, football is not for everybody, but for some kids that come along every now and then, they have that special characteristic that they just love to play no matter what.
You guys have had, some guys banged up. How much does it help to have a guy like you on who's, experienced and played, at a high level before?
Well, the thing that it does is that we just continue to, to work, to grind, to get the kids to play up to their highest level, no matter what the situation or what the circumstance, and keep them focused and keep them pressing forward and keep pushing. So when your opportunity does come, whatever that may be, you're prepared for it because you just don't ever know. It's a tough league, it's physical, and you just have to keep battling.
depending on availability, how do you make a decision who plays each series? You've got 4 guys that you can run in there when they're healthy.
Well, we just, we go into the game with a plan, and we just, we just know how many snaps or reps that, that we can play.
Looking at Arkansas defensively, it's a group that's certainly come a long way since even the start of the season. What are you seeing out of them that's going to challenge your guys?
Well, Coach Arnett said it the best. He said that's a great 2-5 team. They've lost 5 games in a row, and I think most of them are one-score games, or they were in the game with the opportunity to win. And this is the SEC West. There's no pushovers, no flukes, and you can't overlook anybody because of their record or what's going on in the program, because that's always a rallying cry. So we're going into a tough environment, as everybody knows, and going to play a hungry, mean football team that's got their backs up against the wall. So it's going to be a hell of a game.
Well, you had a chance during the bye week to look over the first half of the season, just kind of the general takeaways from your units, what you're happy with and what you want to see done better.
Yeah, just tighten up some of the coverage units is always just an issue. Just some of the guys we face in the back half of the year too, more talented as we go along. So being really sharp there. Consistency is always just a key word that gets thrown around, especially on special teams with our kicks and punts and location, accuracy, all those types of things. And obviously on return teams, we're trying to maximize any opportunities that we get and then make some plays on that end to help create some explosives for us on offense or defense. So just trying to work on that kind of holistically across the board.
What did you think of the way Nick kind of stepped in there after Kyle went down, that Western Michigan game?
Yeah, there's he's a veteran guy. I mean, just ready for the moment and prepared like that, prepared like he was the starter, and kind of an easy decision to put him out there and let him kick one from there. So great to see. He's a hard worker, kind of deserved that opportunity, and I'm happy for him that he put it through.
Your specialists are having a really good year, but so is Arkansas. It seems like they've got a really good group. Is there ever competition in your room when they think about that? Hey, we want to go out there and outperform those guys if we get our special teams opportunities?
Yeah, absolutely. That's a little game within the game. We talk about that on Friday nights. We kind of do a little round table meeting with those guys, and it comes down to always on special teams, even with all these players playing on the units for you. It comes down to your specialists and how good are our specialists versus their specialists. So I'm sure Kyle will be excited for this one going back home, and but our guys week to week, take it personally, take it as a challenge that we can outperform those guys on the other side of the field.
In years past, haven't seen as many true freshmen play on special teams as we have this year. How much does it help to have guys athletic and physical enough like Kelly Jones and Bryce Pollock to play on those coverage units to save reps that you don't have to give for the veterans and guys that play a lot of reps on defense?
Yeah, been tremendous. I mean, not only that, right, so helping out some of the older guys and taking some reps off them, but guys are dedicated to just playing on those special teams initially, right? And we're preparing them to play on offense, defense in that case, but it's great to have them know what their role is and really take that to heart and really kind of focus in on doing their job, which is right now for them is playing special teams. So it's great to have those guys on the different units that are just kind of core, dedicated to running down on kicks and covering punts and doing all those things.
I know you don't want to give any trade secrets away, but last couple of years, your guys been able to get their hands on some balls, whether it be field goals or partially blocked punts. Do you feel like it's just kind of a matter of time at this point? Do you feel like your guys are kind of progressing to the point they're about to get one?
I hope so. Yeah, fingers crossed. Man. Say the rosary, say my prayers back home. But I do. I mean, you're just waiting for the opportunities. And you mentioned the specialists. I mean, other good specialists on other teams they're going to limit the opportunities you can have to making some plays. But there are things week in, week out that we're looking for that we can try and exploit, and hopefully get an opportunity to do that. Coming up soon.
Other teams now have so much scouting material in the first half of the season. What do you tweak, or do you change anything that you do working successfully just because they're looking for this?
I'm going to keep that in the vault for this week and then going forward. But, yeah, we go back and you self-scout the first 6 weeks and just see what our tendencies are. Mm-hmm. Then you try and just bust a bunch of tendencies so they're preparing for things that we're not going to be doing as much, that kind of thing. So hopefully, yeah, we got a couple tricks in the old bag,